Hi, everyone. It's Catherine. I'm Airbnb's Global Head of Hosting, and I'm back with my fourth host update. It's been a pleasure to continue to meet with many of you in the past few weeks. I've appreciated the insight from our workshop discussions, and I've been reading your messages, and I see the consistent themes. I am working to address all of them and will come back to you as we make progress. Today, I want to talk to you about our extenuating circumstances policy and what we're doing to make this policy more transparent and fair for hosts. Under our existing extenuating circumstances policy, guests can cancel for a refund in two types of situations. One, unexpected personal incidents like transportation disruption preventing travel or an injury. And two, large-scale events like an earthquake or a pandemic, such as COVID-19. Clearly, this year, the focus of our extenuating circumstances policy has been on COVID-19 and the fact that so many hosts and guests have needed to cancel because of this. But in any other year, unexpected personal incidents actually make up the vast majority of guest cancellations under this policy. For example, I've heard from hosts like John in Glasgow, who's had many guests cancel large reservations due to seasonal weather, or Sandra in Copenhagen, who had an extenuating circumstances cancellation because a guest's flight was cancelled. So this is where we focused in order to build the right long-term solution. Starting next year, guests with personal situations will no longer be eligible to cancel with a full refund. Instead, we'll be helping guests find travel insurance after they complete their booking. I've also read there are many occasions when you want the ability to resolve these situations directly with your guest without having to speak with our customer support team. So we're also building options for you to be able to do this if you choose. In short, the decision to refund guests in unexpected personal situations will rest with you, the host, rather than with Airbnb. But we also know that hosts might need to cancel due to unforeseen personal incidents. If you are unable to host because of something that is truly outside of your control, like an injury that prevents you from hosting or an emergency with your property, you will still be able to cancel without incurring a penalty or affecting your superhost status. But we expect that you will consider each cancellation carefully and in the light of our community standards, regardless of the circumstances. As I'm sure many of you can understand, having your accommodation cancelled last minute can be one of the worst experiences for a traveler. Now, for large-scale incidents, our policy will remain largely the same. Guests will still be eligible for a refund if, for example, a natural disaster or government regulations prevent them from traveling. So this update ensures that guests are bound by your cancellation policy in all but the most extreme cases. And to be clear, such extreme cases would include, heaven forbid, a future unforeseen pandemic. But to remind you, for any new bookings, guests will not be able to cancel due to COVID-19 unless you or your guest is sick and able to provide the right documentation. These changes will be effective for reservations that begin on or after January 20th, 2021. And they will eliminate refunds for many of the guest cancellations you may have experienced in the past. You can find more information on our updated policy in our resource center. With these changes, our extenuating circumstances policy is now the most transparent in the industry and provides a better balance between hosts and guests. Which leads me to my final point. I'd like to echo the sentiment I heard recently in one of our workshops from Lewis in Las Vegas. Lewis reminded the panel that we are a marketplace. And while Airbnb is nothing without hosts, hosts are nothing without guests. My focus is on hosts and building a closer relationship with you, but we need to continue to think about guests. We, Airbnb and hosts, must work together to earn and retain the trust and loyalty of our guests with the experiences you provide and the policies that serve both sides of our community. I look forward to meeting more of you in our upcoming workshops, and you can find me on the Community Centre at Catherine Powell. Your ideas, messages, and comments are inspiring the work we're doing, and we have more actions coming in the weeks ahead. Take care of yourselves and your families, and I'll see you in a few weeks.